Hello, monkeys. Bro, tell me how I've actually been dealing with the biggest fat pimple on the side of my head today. Well, not today, this entire week. Like, I swear to God, I'm growing an alien back here. Here. I just find it annoying how my skin doesn't really choose to break out, but when it does decide to break out, it likes to be fat, nice, and big, and unfreaking removable too. Like when I get the little tiny small things, I get very fidgety and I try to play around with my damn face when I really shouldn't, and I just make it a lot worse. So this time I'm just gonna sit back and relax and not touch it, and I'm expecting it to just disappear. But it's been an entire week. I mean, I know exactly why I'm getting stuff like that because I've been eating junk food this entire time. A lot of candy and Takis. Worth it though, but it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, I just gotta ramble about that for some reason because I decided to tell you guys that. I'm not gonna turn my head. You guys are never gonna see it, but it's okay. Anyways, let's just get straight into it. We're gonna be talking about not caring so much. And it's funny because it's something that my friends kind of paint me as a person that doesn't really care about anything whatsoever, which they're not completely wrong. It does have a bit of truth to it. Doesn't mean that I'm a freaking heartless monster, maybe. I have caught myself in times where I gotta be like, okay, Christian, maybe in this instance you're supposed to care. But yeah, they're not wrong at all about me not caring a lot about a lot of things. But I do understand that I come across as a person that's very nonchalant about the majority of things because it's just like I don't find myself worthwhile of getting worried about things that I know that I shouldn't be getting worried about. So I kind of just let it brush off and it's like whatever to me. That is a good thing because it means that I have a tendency to not care about what other people think about anything that I say or do. Right now, if you take that to an extreme, which I have sadly caught myself being to that extreme, it can get a little dark. And yeah, be careful with that one. You know, it is something that I had to pray about because I was like to God being like, okay, bro, I need you to help me make sure that I care about the things that it's important for me to care about. I cannot be not caring about, for example, my friends, my family, you know, people that are good for me and my life. So yeah, that is something that I had to watch myself on. But yeah, I do come across like that to my friends. I do come across very nonchalantly and just like a person that doesn't really care about anything that he is doing. Right? It does hurt me a little bit when they're like, oh, maybe he'll be fine, man. He doesn't really care. I care, guys. Come on. I love y'all. I think the reason why I think like this is basically because I just think about, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen. And when I think about it, the worst thing ain't that bad. When I used to serve the freaking masses, basically, those wonderful, wonderful people, I'll be the kind of person that wouldn't care, you know, telling them exactly what's happening throughout the freaking establishment. I really didn't care. You know, they'll be like, oh yeah, the food's taking 40 minutes. I'll go straight up to the table. All right, guys, the food's taking 40 minutes. So you staying or leaving? Okay. Straight up. When they would ask me, why is the food taking so long? Well, this table's food's taking longer actually because they've been there before you. I'm sorry, dear. I'm so sorry, dear. I'm so sorry, dear, that your food's taking so long. The kitchen is a little bit backed up. Okay? I promise you they're working as hard as they can. I really would spin it like this and I'll be like, yes, dear, I know, but this table that was here before you and there before you, trust me, the whole restaurant is being like this right now, dear. My love. You know, so it's not just you, dear. I'm so sorry. You know, anything else that I can help you with? I know the bar is working, and if the bar starts to take longer, I will personally, dear, go back there myself and get you what you need. Okay, dear? The food is taking a little bit, dear. I'm sorry. And then before I would even start the order, I would be like, guys, the food's gonna take a minute. I suggest y'all getting your order as soon as possible because honestly, I just hate waiting for people that take 20,000 years to order their damn food. And I would just be like, can I just get that here, please, as soon as possible, guys? Please, I'm watching out for y'all. Or I don't know, I would spin that. I would just run my mouth until these people were like, oh, wow, thank you so much for caring about me. Thank you so much. And I'll be like, you're welcome, dear. Anything you need, just ask. $20, 20% right there. Yeah, no shame. I would tell people straight up anything. And then when I started bartending, that basically just times two my, I don't know, how we just converse with people. I wouldn't care. It would be like, oh, I gotta cut you off? All right, cool. I would go to the person. All right, brother, I ain't serving you nothing. I can't no more. And they'll be like, oh, why not? Why can't you serve me no more? And I'm like, brother, you've had this, and this. It's been less than an hour. You've had absolutely no food in your system. And quite honestly, I don't feel like dealing with any of it. All right. And I'll be like telling them stories. I had to deal with this, just coming straight up like stuff just out of my head. Just telling them random BS. And they'll be like, alright, man, it's alright, dog. I understand you, man. Let me just check out real quick, bro. And I'm like, yeah, sure, here you go. You can leave. You can go right on ahead. 20% right there. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I think I'm just good at breaking bad news. Yeah, that might be it. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. But yeah, I'm really good with, telling people bad news in a good way where they go, thank you. They thank me for it. And I'm like, you're welcome, brother. Anytime, man. Where even am I? I'm just completely going off. I really don't know where my brain goes. And it's weird because I need practice talking to this thing. And we'll get there. But in the meantime, yeah, basically, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, to me, I just think about, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? This guy tries to slap me. This guy runs away. He doesn't pay his tab. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, that's not going to affect me. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go. Let's do it. And I think it was also the practice that I had. Because, breaking bad news to people over and over and over again kind of gets you to realize, yeah, these people don't really care. No one really cares about anything. 5 minutes after that conversation, I'm probably not going to remember his name or his face. There are people that come back and be like, you remember me? And I go, yeah, of course. No, not at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my realization from that was basically, oh yeah, wow, life isn't that serious. Very quickly realized that. And I started having fun with it. Now I think I just got tired of it. So I was like, you can just act. Like, people are literally non-playable characters. When I realized that, I was like, oh wow. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you think. I'm just gonna go do what I want. Deuces. Straight up. It was actually the best thing that like, it's like, eyes wide open for me now. Like, I just realized, wow, these people are actual, like, non-playable characters in a video game. They're just my quest givers. They're just people that you interact with once in your life, and that's it. No one really cares. No one actually cares. And that has to, like, seep into you. It has to seep into your head. And just test that out and practice it. People really don't care. You can go to people and be like, hi, good morning. And it could be 8 p.m. at night. They're not going to care. They're not going to care. They're not going to remember you. They'll probably be like, this guy's probably weird. But they're not going to remember you at all. Test it out. Seriously. Now, knowing that life isn't serious, I think this is when it kind of starts to kick in with the decision paralysis. And also, like, should I care what people think? Yes or no? And from that point is basically, okay, like, do I care? Like, I just simply ask yourself, does this person even live a life that I want to live? Excuse me, because if not, I don't care. Okay, your thoughts, your opinions, your whatever, irrelevant, because you're not living a life that I want, not even remotely close. So why would I care? Now, if you're in a position where the life that you want is lived by another person and they're telling you straight up, like, listen, be humble. What's wrong with you? Okay? And then life isn't serious, so go do whatever you want. Now, I am saying go do whatever you want. Obviously, be a good person. Have your morals, okay? God's watching, that's another thing. But be responsible with the things that you have. If you're a guy with kids, with a family, take care of your stuff. Don't just be oblivious to your own life and just go all wild and crazy, living a degenerate lifestyle, not caring about anything that you do. No. Go do good things in a right manner, enjoying what you do, not without a care in the world about what it is that's going to happen. Like, cover your bases. You need shelter, you need food, you need water. All right, take care of the people that are around you, take care of the people that you love and actually care for, and then pursue what you want. Don't allow people's scrutiny of you when they don't even know nothing. Okay, if you have a loved one that's close to you and you share something, this is another thing. Don't share a lot of things. Be discreet, be smart. Okay, don't tell anybody, don't tell everybody, right? Like, if you get an idea, don't share it to the whole world. Okay, if you feel like doing something and you know that it's outside of the norm from the people that surround you, don't share it to them. It's a lot easier to freaking push somebody right back down than it is to try to pick them up. It's just how it works. So keep your mouth shut and just do it. And it's actually funny because I say that, but that's like, thinking about it now as I'm just rambling on, that's something that I had to learn for my own self. I had to start telling myself, okay, there are things that we want to do. And every time that I open my mouth to people around me, I noticed that it wasn't happening. So I just said, let's just zip it and do it. And I am. It's actually been nice thinking about it now. It's kind of weird sitting here thinking about like how I do believe that the majority of people have the opposite problem that I have, which is they care too much. And my problem is which is what I pray for a lot, is God, I need you to help me care. I have noticed that it is working, that it is changing me little by little. But I used to catch myself in scary situations where I was like, wow, I'm a little messed up for not caring in this spot. And that like scares you. It's scary, bro. It's like, damn, I could be a serial killer for all that I know. I'm not, okay? I'm like a nice church boy. But yeah, it's just wild thinking that. I'm trying to like put my how I think about things out there so that you guys can just kind of just roll with it. But it is a little difficult, right? My brain, I just have trouble expressing it, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's all that I really have to say. Just start questioning yourself. Is like when you start caring about what other people have to say, just think, okay, do they live a life that I want to have? If it's not the case, you already know what to do. It's gonna take practice because I think that's what did it for me. You know, I was in an environment where, you know, I could just test out with random people on the daily. So I just did. Serving job was actually a pretty good job to have. Puts you out there. But yeah, on a side note, I'm probably gonna be recording myself a little bit more often because I know that I'm like being weird with this camera stuff and I gotta get better at it. So we're gonna try it, see how that goes, and yeah, carry on from there. Besides that, peace, love, hair, and grease. I think that's what it goes.